Hello everyone, welcome back to GreatLakes-TCG's YouTube channel. I'm here with Quan.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, you could say hi. And can you just do a little bit of introduction for yourself?
Yeah, my name's Quan Lee. I got 11th place last Treasure Cup with Shanks. Before we begin, I'd like to shout out Viral Card Games and Team VCG. Viral Card Games located in Fridley in Minnesota. They sponsor me, so shout them out.
All right, all
And
right.
yeah,
So, quick question before I dive into our little. The whole point of this video is actually just to go over a couple of, actually three different games against three different leaders. We're going to be covering Doffy, Blackbeard, and BY. Those are all have been requested from people to see how Shanks kind of plays into those matchups a little bit differently than normal Shanks. But just to review, overall performance in the Treasure Cups, I got 25th place. Quan got 11th place. He went X-1. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get into the top like 8, but still great performance. And then we had two more people playing Shanks who got X2 in the top 64s, but outside of the top
yeah,
32 range.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of expected if you lose round one that you're probably gonna
Yeah,
not get top 8,
yeah.
but
So like this
I
was my
still
matchup
decided to
spread.
play out.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into these in detail. Just going to say, like, so I was actually went 6-0, and then I lost to BY Luffy, then I lost to Doffy 2 in a row, then we rounded it out with 2 wins. This is Quan's matchup spread. I don't know, you could pause it here if you need to. Once again, he just said lost to, lost his first round, then he was able to win out, though. And I think this
I
purple
mean,
Luffy was on stream, is that correct?
yeah, that was correct. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the Doffy game was pretty doomed. My first hand, I had 110 cost shanks, all 2Ks, and then I mulligan
Hmm.
into like 10 cost shanks, two 8 cost Rayleigh, a 9 beard, and one red hawk. Like
Yeah, and
it
you
was
told
very
me,
doomed.
like, you had no way
Uh,
of countering out of its attacks. You told me, like, just putting you with you have 8 cards in hand, is that correct?
yeah, he
Yeah.
putting me at 8.
Generally we're
I
really
just could
good
not
at
counter.
playing
Uh,
around pudding. Like I know you're
uh,
very good at playing around pudding, but sometimes you just fucking can't because you just have all bricks in hand.
yeah,
All
you
right.
just have too much.
No.
Honestly though, if they didn't putting me, even though I had a lot of bricks, I had like good bricks,
Yeah,
right?
two
So like
Rayleighs.
if
Yeah,
I
that you would have been
survive,
fine.
yeah, exactly. So like on my sixth dawn, they putting me, you know, when I had like two up, like on their seventh dawn, I had two up for Red Hawk, and they just putting me in. I just
Yeah.
lost from there.
And quickly before we dive into the matchups, I believe we're gonna be looking at your perspective from all three matchups that we have, if that's okay with you. Uh,
Yeah.
but just talking about Shanks just a little bit before we move on. Coming up in OP10 and with all the new ban lists coming out, do you think that Shanks has a staying power in the meta?
I mean, I think overall, I think the deck feels like basically 50-50 into everything, which is
Mm-hmm.
a good thing, but then the bad thing is it's 50-50 into everything. Like everything feels like you can win it, but at the same time it feels like you can lose it. Uh, The only thing it probably has like a really good win rate into there's a couple rogue decks that has a good win rate into like Gecko and Bonnie, but other than that everything does feel like a coin flip. And then
Well,
it's really bad matchup is Lucci.
I will say I do feel like our Blackbeard matchup's pretty favored at the very least. Especially if Dofi's out
It
of the water, then we could transition our deck to be more animal heavy. I remember that version was actually very strong
yeah,
for
I
Blackbeard.
mean I mean, yeah, I mean, against Blackbeard, I would still say it's like 50-50. Like my Blackbeard games were pretty close overall.
Okay. Oh, I
So
had a different
it
experience. I just blew mine out of the
yeah,
water. But okay,
yeah.
so that
Well,
said, oh, sorry, go
well,
for it.
it depends. Are they scared of using Leer effect every turn? Because if they are, then sure, but
Yeah,
but if
I
they're
know, I
not,
know.
then yeah,
Maybe
maybe
if
I
they have
shouldn't have
enough
said that.
reps. Maybe
No,
if they have enough reps.
my last opponent didn't use his Leer effect ever. He just didn't care, but which was funny.
Yeah, I actually
But
feel the
yeah,
same way. If they don't use leader effect, that actually gets it's closer. But usually, it really
yeah,
depends on what I draw. All right, moving on.
yeah,
So
I'm sure.
we'll dive right into the first video. I think we're gonna do Dofi. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right,
My Doffy came up. All right.
recording. Alrighty,
Okay.
so we'll make this quick. I don't want to spend too long. So this is you. What round is
Yeah.
this?
7, I think,
Round
or
7.
yeah,
Okay.
I believe it's 7.
So you're both
7
X1
or
in
8,
round
somewhere
7.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's just, I'm just going fast forward.
Yeah, no
Just dive.
worries. Yeah, I
So
get it.
I won the dice roll and I decided to go first. I
Yeah.
personally like first into Doffy because of my curve. Because like I'm on Fort Beckman, and like just having able to play something on 1 and then something on 3 is very nice. And then Doffy is like slow for 1 turn.
Yeah, like on their
But
4 dawn turn, they're usually
yeah,
Jinbei plus something
yeah,
else, and they can't
like
swing leader,
yeah,
right?
like if
Unless
they
it's
went
blow up. But
first, they would have been able to teach me first and do uh
yeah, like a 7K
um
swing on 1, and
yeah,
usually the only way to
7K
counter
combo
that
play.
is if you drew Red
Yeah,
Hook.
so like even though I didn't open like a summon chopper there, like that chopper is just as good, you
Oh
know.
yeah, oh yeah. The 1 cost blocker chopper is so nice because, like you said, if they bounce it back, it's literally 4 dawn for 1,
Yeah.
right? Like you just put that thing right
Well, well,
back
I
out.
well, I meant the 3 cost. I meant the 3 cost
Oh,
blocker
that
chopper
too.
to play on 3, just to have like bodies out for when they're like swinging at you, so that you can like trade. So when he swings here, if it's not a bounce law, I'm able to just swing my chopper into his character.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Um,
And I also like the fact
so,
that you're doing this because it's also an anti-putting tech, right? You're putting bodies out on board, you're
yeah,
putting cards on
yeah,
board.
right.
It
The 1
decreases your
cost
hand
chopper.
size. Even if he bounces
Yeah.
it back to hand, then it's a then it's a
So
counter, right?
I think I did take this. Usually you want to counter out and use layer ability, but I think I wanted to take this because I was going to
I mean, you're only at 4 cards in
no.
hand, so you have the liberty. You're not in putting range, so if you
Yeah,
need
I
to
had
take
the
this, you can.
liberty to take it to not be in putting
Yeah,
range. I
typically
was
we don't
thinking
though.
here.
Typically we do.
Yeah, typically you
Typically you
want to
do just
counter
counter,
out really
but I don't know what's in
aggressively.
your hand right now. Um,
Yeah, yep. See, I took it. I
yeah.
took it because I have 5 cards in hand. I'm not going to
Were you
get
looking for
putting,
something in particular?
probably like a 3 cost chopper here because the 3 cost chopper um with the chopper swing is really good. But more so, I think the main reason I took it is just because I wanted to have cards to protect my board if it turns sideways, you know.
Yeah. And
Um,
so you swing 6 at the Weevil, and it's good
yeah,
here that he has the Teach on board, but he didn't end up finding a
yeah.
Jinbei, which is
I
good
was
for
just
us.
paying out cards. So here's my thinking right here is I had a Nami in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
If he lets the 6 go because he's scared of my chopper swing, then I would play the Nami and then search out 3 cost chopper and then play the 3. I was just baiting out 1 card
Yeah,
to
no, yeah, wherever you can,
get him
because
to yeah.
like me, you
Yep.
also
And now I'm going
play. Yeah, exactly.
now I'm going 6 into it and just clear it.
6 to
And then
3.
I'm just
Yep.
gonna play a blocker chopper and just like block her up. And then now my chopper's most likely gonna survive unless he bounces it back.
Yeah,
And he can't swing into it because I have 2 blockers, you know. Too.
exactly. And just and you also like me do like a mini star for Doffy, right? You're not aggressive
Yeah,
into
of
his
course,
face.
of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
So you'll be surprised. Some people don't actually believe in the mini starve with even with control Shanks. I was doing a mini starve, and some people are
Yeah.
telling me that was wrong. Maybe it's my purple
I
Lucy
don't think
coming
in
out.
control shanks you. Yeah, I don't think control shanks you should be starving
All right,
though.
well,
I
guess
think
I'm wrong there.
but if you can get them down to 1, they can't play 10 shanks. That's what you really care about. Because the moment
That's
they start
fair.
playing 10 shanks, especially since they have a searcher for it, you just start losing. So yeah, so that was my thought process that turn on 5 Dawn. Just swing 6, 6. Like, of course, I could have done the chopper swing into Weeble first, but I wanted to get card out of his
No,
hand.
no, I
And
agree.
if,
I do the same thing.
yeah,
Yeah, especially if we don't have.
yeah,
So
and if I got
typically,
card out of him, I
yeah,
would have Nami search, added the 3 cost chopper summon and just play out and
yeah.
then, like, have a full board, you know?
And an
But this
alternative
is,
turn.
this,
Oh, sorry, go for it.
I was just saying this is the reason I like first, just so that I can do, just, like, control the board and just have,
Yeah.
can't get pudding ever, and then, like, you can see his turns. He's like 1 turn slower compared to if he went like first
So
with a
I agree
Perona
with you.
into
The
Teach.
The only thing is,
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't see Beckman, going first is so much worse. Like you need to see the
Right,
Beckman
I'm
on
on
curve.
4.
I know you're on.
I don't
I
even think
know.
you need Beckman though, because on 7 you can play 5 cost rarely. And
So
then like if I
I
play
like that
5
on
cost
5
rarely,
or
I could
6.
put
Yeah.
2 on.
I agree. 5
But
cost
you
Rayleigh is
can play,
typically
but
really,
play
really
on
good
you can,
here.
but you can play it on 7 as well. It's not
You
like
can,
then you have
but
2 Dons to work with.
I mean, he hasn't seen a lot of Jinbei, which is good for us. But
So
typically,
he
if they're able
so
to
so
get these Jinbeis out, then I feel like that's when you get more value out of the Rayleigh because you want to be able
so
to draw
he went 4, and then I
Moria
just used
back.
Leer effect.
Yeah,
I don't know why he went 4 because that's just free. I think I just give him block here. There's no reason for me to lose this chopper for nothing. So he was swing. Yeah, he was swinging into the chopper.
as he should,
He
honestly.
probably, he probably, to be honest, he probably had 2 Dons extra that he just decided to, um,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. His
uh,
opening is kind of a little slow. It's not actually that. It's not that as aggressive as some other openings. And
yeah,
yeah, you could just go 2
yeah.
with the 2. That's actually a really easy one.
I mean, you kind of expect them to open,
The nuts.
teach into and Perona, and he hit into a Weevil, so that's kind of a normal opening.
Oh,
The
agreed.
only
Yeah.
reason the only reason you felt it was slow was because he didn't open Jinbei, as well as he didn't have as well as I went first. Because if on 7 he went Jinbei, you know what I mean? Like
No, no,
it's
no. Yeah,
worse, right?
no. By the way, he has seen good cards. Like he opened Weevil, and then he had Boa what is it? His
Oh,
6th on turn, right? And Boa
so
on
right
6 lets you
there,
do leader ability
yeah,
and play
we
Boa,
kind of
right?
went over it, but right there I just swung 2 into Prona, and then I had a Rarely and a 2 cost in here, but or sorry, I have a 5 cost Rarely and a Beckman in here in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of Rarely, I play Beckman because on 7 exact, like Beckman is like the strongest
Oh
on
yeah,
7 Dons
that's what I was
exact.
trying to say. Like Beckman there,
And
you
like
kill the Boa, then you swing into the Moria, get another card out of his
yeah,
hand. This
but
guy's
you could
he's
make an
losing.
argument to play 5
Those are
cost
the Rayleigh,
Rarely.
yeah.
Yeah, Rarely and just like full clear board,
But
but
your
it
hand size is a
after
little too big already. Like
yeah, but
you gotta pay
after
attention.
7 Dons, Beckman's a little sus. Like on 7 Dons, like your best play most of the time is just Beckman. So
Yeah.
that's why I play Beckman over the 5 cost, just to put out a body that I can use to swing um and uh a body I can use to swing and really you can play at any time. I could play on 9 Don too. Like really is very good in this matchup where you can play it like at any time and be like really good with it.
No, yeah,
So
I agree. So my biggest thing is I feel like so me going second just to talk about that while he's playing his play, while the Doffy's playing his play. So going second, I feel like on 6 I like to play the Rayleigh, and that's because I'm aggressively countering out early. So then I like to play the Rayleigh to replenish my hand and kind of filter it a bit, and I still stay within that 5 or 6 card window where kind of like the pudding isn't actually that useful for him. I'm
we
surprised
swung
he swung the
teach here.
teach here. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, he was going to bounce it back anyways with bounce law where it doesn't matter.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, then replay it and
You know,
yeah,
so you might as well just you know.
yeah, for sure. I'm surprised he's bouncing that back and not like a Moria or not the Moria, just to get replayability there.
I mean, it's a 5K body, right? More 5Ks,
Yeah,
better.
I know, I get it. I get
They really should get rid of Teach. That card's way too busted.
the card's
That
insane.
card makes Doffy very
If there's
unfair.
bans coming, would you say that's the card you want banned?
I would say so. Like, I mean that
I
or
think it's a
like
fair hit for Doffy.
Boa or like Jinbei, like one of those 3.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to try to skip through this a little bit because I feel like this guy's taking a
Oh
little
yeah,
too
yeah,
long for his turn, and I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to. We got some games to get through.
Okay, so he went 7. He went law bounce, and then he bounced his teach, like I said,
Yeah,
and
and then
bounced
he's
my yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
fair
Just
enough.
you know.
And then he's gonna
And
swing
then
7.
I
You
think I used
leader
Lear
ability 2.
ability gave a 2K.
Yep, he's going
Then he went
7
7.
again. You probably end up taking this,
Um,
depending or block.
I think I
Yeah,
blocked.
there you go.
No, you can't.
No,
I was
they're both
blocking just
okay.
because.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're both fine.
the
And then he
like
played the teach out like you said.
both of those scenarios, either taking or blocking, are fine. It
Yeah,
really depends on your hand because you're going to 9 here, right?
yeah,
So perfect thing is like a Rayleigh.
yeah.
If you have
I've 6
Whitebeard,
cards in hand, so
yeah,
I was chilling.
you're
One
good.
of them was a blocker.
Because then
Yeah,
you're gonna because then you play a card, you go down to 5, and you're good.
yeah.
Yeah, swing into what?
So
The
I think
Moria or the
I
Law?
swung 7 here. I really don't remember more of
Wow,
it here,
he
but
is going to block 2K?
it makes sense.
Oh, I mean, no, because I feel like if I...
Because I mean I was going to dual dragon, so it was like
I guess. No,
8,
no, I guess if
7,
he
8.
thought Aurelia was coming, it actually is better to get the value out of it.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. For some reason, I always think I play Rayleigh first.
That
But you play
really? No,
Dragon. Yeah.
I didn't have really. If I had really there, we're playing really, right? We're just playing really, killing like their whole board, right?
No,
But
yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. Like, wait, why are we...
like not playing really first,
Yeah.
and then just killing their whole board.
No, no, no,
No,
that's
really
literally what
here
I
I
was...
just auto win. Yeah, really here I just auto win.
No, no, he did the right
So
play then.
Jinbei's. But I'm in a really good position here. Just 4 life, 5 cards in hand.
Oh, yeah,
Still have
dude. So
really
this
like
is the position we
he's
want to
almost
get
out
in.
card.
And this is why the
Yeah, this
animal
is the
package is
position
so
I want to
good,
be
because he was,
in. Yeah.
as you saw early on, he was kind of focused on establishing a board, which he was a little slow with, but even then, we were able to focus his board down well because our
I
blocker
mean, I was
choppers.
at 5 cards, even though he has 4 for pudding, I can go 6, right? We don't care, right?
Yeah.
If he does it, so I just took the hit.
But so one thing I wanted to highlight here before we could skip forward a little bit after this, but one thing I want to highlight here is that this once again is a control deck. I said this in the guide. This is not an aggro deck.
Yeah. Oh, so
The,
he's playing out with 2K. That's really good for me.
yeah, so he's at 2 cards in
Okay,
hand.
so
He's just
so I
really trying to
had
push you.
I had 10 shanks, and at 3 life is like probably one
This
of the
is
best times to play it.
yeah, you kind of
Like
win.
I had 5 cost really, and I decided just to play 10 shanks just to put out pressure, and then like pressure his life down as well.
Yep. This is when you start. Even last turn, you probably if you had an extra
No,
swing
last turn
and
I
he,
was on 9.
no. I know what I was
Remember?
trying to say is if you had an extra swing last turn where you're not attacking a body and clearing a body, like say he had everything standing
Yeah.
like he does now, even last turn I would have say it was okay to attack
Yeah.
life. Like that's when you start.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Because you're already establishing a board. You can
No,
kill
no,
next
but
turn
last
even.
turn I had to clear 2 bodies.
Yeah, no, I
Remember?
said if there
I
wasn't a
cleared.
body to swing into, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Say you
yeah,
had an
of
extra swing
course, of
last
course,
turn, you actually probably
of
could have
course.
gone into life. Some people
Yeah,
will say, when do you end the starve? And that's just kind of like,
yeah,
this is the denotation. Like my 7 dawn, 9
yeah.
dawn
When
turn, if I have nothing to swing into, then I'll start swinging his face.
yeah. I always prioritize board though, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, always
afterwards
board,
just.
always board.
Yeah. All right, let's skip a little bit. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of looking over,
So
to be honest.
I think he played 4 boa, put 1 Donna on Mihawk,
Sure.
and he went 6 lead.
6 lead with the Mihawk. Remember, it's
Mihawk
even though you
draws
have 2
2
dawn
trash
on
tier.
there, you have your Shanks in play.
Is that a Hound Blaze? That is a Hound Blaze.
Oh, he's playing the
He just
tech.
trash Hound. Playing the tech. I think that's for the mirror.
It is for the mirror. It's also really
I don't know
nice for
why
the
he would.
teach, because
I don't
like
know why he would discard. Yeah, Hound Blaze, because you can use that with Teach, and do more damage.
exactly,
I
because
pers-
like what 3K plus 5 or plus another 2.
I remember this now. I think in my hand I didn't have a 2K left. So I used Leer Effect 1K there,
Sure.
and it was more so that I would have went to 7, and I didn't want to get pudding. You know, more so just because I have a 5 cost rally in my hand, so like I really want to keep that card.
Yeah. I don't want to give away the tells, but typically if you swing 6 at me and I leader ability 1K, it means I don't have any more 2Ks.
I mean, you literally just gave it away.
I mean,
That's why he's going 6 again. Look, I have to take. Oh, you gave away the tell, bro. Tell's gone.
the tell is gone, and now you get pudding.
No, I can't get pudding though. I'm at 6, right? Because I did my leader effect.
Oh,
So then I use the 0 cost event here, of course. Because his next swing's gonna be bigger, right?
Yeah. Even though that was just another 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And now here's a 7.
No,
Potentially
was
an 8.
it a 6?
That was a 6.
Yeah, it was a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. That last one was a 6. Yeah. It was
What's
a
he
6.
playing?
My other 1K in him was a rally, and I was like, you cannot have that back to your hand. You cannot discard that. My only rally in hand against this matchup.
This is
You
actually
play
a lot
rally.
closer.
Yeah, I mean, because I ran out 2K.
Yeah, not only that, but you also didn't have a Rayleigh. You had a Rayleigh on 9 that would
Yeah,
have
if I
to.
had a rarely, then his whole board would have gone,
Yeah.
and that
And
gecko that you saw wouldn't have been there for like that
correct.
long to just keep swinging at
Also,
me.
just to
Because
reiterate, in this matchup, because I feel like this is a very common matchup, the Rayleigh typically when I play it is I'll minus 2 things and then I'll destroy the teach because I feel like the teach gives them so
yeah,
much value,
yeah,
and then you could
the
swing
teachers.
into those that you minused already, and also
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
aggressively swinging into you next turn because they're already minus unless he really wants to put more Dawn on them. So,
yeah.
yeah. So even if he like, it's kind of it just drains his hand
I
typically.
personally though at the other position I would have actually just killed the boa and just swung that board,
In the
or
other
killed the whole
position,
board.
yes. In the other position, I think killing the boa there is better.
So I went 7 into a Weevil, I think. I think I'm just clearing board here because I can win next turn, and he is. If I clear board, what was he have left?
If you clear, if you're wait,
The
are you
boa,
establishing
nothing.
like a blocker? If you put down two
Yeah,
blockers
I
here,
do
you
it
win.
before.
If you clear board and
Yeah,
establish
I
two
only have
blockers,
one.
you win.
Well, I'm just baiting out cards right now.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I'm just making sure that stuff dies.
Yeah.
You know, always check first. You always want to check swing before you use your Dawn because
Or
you
if we
never
put down a
know.
second
What.
Shanks, you could probably win. So that's a
So
five
just in
cost
case I
Rayleigh.
play a 5 cost rarely,
Yeah, I'm so
because
sad. This
uh,
is this is a
I
similar
don't want
scenario. This is a
to
very similar scenario to what I was in, where I basically won the
be.
game if I just put down 5 cost Rayleigh, but I swung board first
Mo-
like an idiot.
And more so, I wanted to see if I wanted to play another 5 cost rarely, like off my draw. You know,
Yeah.
because I don't know how much I will be going with the leader shanks. So
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I played the 5 cost rarely first. But
All right.
we'll find out how much Don will save. Um,
On the
so
Sanjis were going
so
in.
I had a Red Hawk up, so I just left 2 Dons up.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
that's this is so safe.
that's why I played the 5 cost rarely first before I swung with the 10 cost shanks, just to see what you um
Pick up.
how much Dawn you need to
Yeah.
you use and how much Dawn you need to leave up. Like if I've had a blocker, I would use like 7 Dons or 8, depending on what blocker it was.
Honestly, yeah, like if you picked up like a 3 cost, yeah, exactly. Like you could still do like Rayleigh 3 cost chopper, leave 2 up for Red Hawk, which I've done a lot over the weekend. So that was actually
You can
that's a
even
really cool
bluff it too
combo.
because you don't need to swing that much.
Typically,
At this
no.
point in the game, you don't even need to swing that much where you can afford
All
leaving
right.
2 Dons up each turn.
So at this point in time,
Uh,
I feel like I already know the outcome. Yeah. So look at that. So he's just blockering up. I don't think he's gonna swing either of these boas. Obviously,
also,
he's just swinging
I
big.
think I think I used my Leer effect and then put on the oh
So you
I made a misplay here. I forgot to use my Leer effect.
oh
So I
you
just let it
forgot to
go.
activate it.
Yeah, because I would have used my Leer effect on the thing and just
And then use the
kept 2 Dons up.
well,
Yeah.
no, because if you actually have Red Hawk here, you could have leader effect and blown up one of the boas.
Yeah, and then I could block too, but I accidentally clicked block first, or not click. I
Because remember
accidentally set block
because
first.
the boa's at 5 right now, so you could have leader
Yeah.
effect blown it up and called it a
But it's
day.
fine. Keeping a Red Hawk up is fine, or still having a Red Hawk. It was definitely a misplay on my point, but it wasn't like game ending.
Wait, he
I
didn't
still
even
was
show
like in the
you.
very comfortable.
Wait, you swung 7. He didn't even show you the cards. He just put 2
I don't
cards in
care.
trash. I know you
I
don't
was
care.
so far ahead. I was so far ahead.
Well, he
He's
could have.
he's he's. he's I have a Red Hawk, and then like I think I play
Is that another
really.
Rayleigh?
Yep, yep,
Yep. That's
yep,
just so.
yep.
That's
That's
just over. I'm guessing
yep.
you drew that, and you're at 1 life still, so you can't just putting you, or not putting
And then I
perfume,
play a chopper blocker.
just to really mess with them.
And you know what? I just passed. I didn't want to risk something in life. I was like, I'll win next turn, right? You might as I'm gonna blow up one of his blockers. Like I just decided to not swing with the Shanks
Yeah.
because there's no reason for me.
You could
Right?
probably
I
skip
was
to
just
his turn.
carrying
I don't
something in
think
life.
there's anything he can do.
I mean, like if you think about it, he has to swing out. I keeping him at 2, he can play another boa blocker and he still lose because
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I just have
well,
too many bodies.
he has 2 cards in hand, right? So that's what,
Yeah,
even that 7 swings lethal, basically.
yeah, yeah.
So he has what? Like, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swings. Next turn, he has 2 life, 2 blockers. So all swings would have to go through. But you can math it out. Oh, he's just. Oh, now he's
I
protecting.
think he was. I think his 1 cost he was searching for a 4 cost law. Uh, was the main thing he was searching for
Yeah.
because so he's just swing
Oh,
6.
he's going for it. Yeah.
I mean, he has to, right?
I think he realized that he'll just lose next turn, even if he, no matter what he did.
Yeah, he mainly was looking for a law to bounce back my chopper blocker. So
Sure.
I Red Hawk just popped on the 6. Like you can tell, I don't have a 2K. I use like all
I'm
of them,
surprised you
but
red hawked here. I would have just given a blocker, but I don't think it matters.
I wanted more swings. I want more swings.
Fair.
I want more swings. Cause just
By
in
blocker,
case he
I
pivots.
mean the chopper, just in case he bounces. But yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, I
I
know what
just
you
want
mean.
more swings.
I mean, when he's already committed 4
Yeah.
Dawn to a teach, I don't think there's any surprises coming out. He's already committed.
Okay, well then he just passed.
Yeah, that's over. All right. Congratulations, Quan. So this is actually kind of how it usually goes. Like it's more or less typically like this. You starve him out, you build your board,
I
and you
actually,
slowly
I
just
I
overtake
actually
him.
think I played another Shanks.
You played
I
another
played
Shank.
another Shanks.
You're an asshole.
Yeah, I think I played another Shanks and just swung out.
That's fine. That's your
Because
6th
I was
swing.
like, leave 1 blocker up, have 5 Dons. And then he had to block with his boa.
Of
So,
course, no. Yeah, you force him to block. So he
yeah,
has
I have
you're
1
at 1
blocker.
life. He has
1
1
life, 1
swinger.
blocker, and his teach is 1K, right?
Yeah.
And I finally drew some more 2Ks, but more and more 2Ks, 0 cost. Yeah, 0 cost event. I just had the rarely just lets you filter too much where you're just like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the. Let me try
No
bring up
worries.
the
Yeah.
UI game.
So I'm gonna stop the recording here.